Have you ever wondered how Rio de Janeiro, one of the world's most vibrant cities, became the battleground of a brutal drug war? The story begins in the 1980s, a decade marked by the rise of powerful drug trafficking cartels. These cartels brought with them a wave of violence and crime, transforming the colorful cityscapes into arenas of fear and chaos. The stakes were high and the profits even higher, leading to a rapid escalation of tensions within the city. The government found itself on the back foot, struggling to maintain control and protect its citizens. In response, a war against drugs was declared, a war that would pit the forces of law and order against the ruthlessness of the cartels. This was not just a battle for control of the streets, it was a battle for the soul of Rio itself. So, the stage was set for a conflict that would change the face of Rio forever. As the drug war intensified, so did its impact on Rio's residents and its image internationally. The surge of the drug war during the 90s and early 2000s was a period marked by dramatic incidents that sent shockwaves through the city. One such incident was the infamous prison riots, where the very institutions designed to enforce law and order became battlegrounds. The prisons, instead of being places of rehabilitation, became command centers for drug cartels. This was a time when the underworld ruled, and the rule of law seemed to be a distant memory. Another shocking event that made headlines around the world was the downing of a police helicopter. This audacious act by the drug cartels not only demonstrated their firepower but also their boldness in challenging the authorities. It was a clear message to the world. The drug war in Rio de Janeiro was out of control. But the escalation of the drug war wasn't confined to these dramatic incidents, it spilled over into the everyday lives of Rio's residents, especially those living in the city's favelas. There, violence became a daily reality. Gunfights became as common as morning coffee, and the sounds of gunfire replaced the sounds of children playing in the streets. The consequences of the drug war reached far beyond the city's borders. Rio's tourism industry, once a major source of revenue, suffered greatly. The city's image as a vibrant and lively destination was replaced with one of danger and violence. The world watched as the city of Samba and Carnival became a city under siege. The human rights concerns raised by international observers added another dimension to the crisis. Reports of police brutality and extrajudicial killings painted a grim picture of a city in chaos. The war on drugs, it seemed, was a war with no winners. The drug war was not just a battle against narcotics, but a struggle that affected every aspect of life in Rio. So where does Rio stand today in its seemingly endless war against drugs? The answer to that is complex. The city, known for its vibrant culture and breathtaking landscapes, is also infamous for its ongoing battle against drug trafficking. The challenges are numerous and daunting. The high homicide rate remains a stark reminder of the violence that this war brings to the streets of Rio. The militarization of the police force, intended to curb the influence of drug cartels, often adds fuel to the fire, exacerbating tension between law enforcement and local communities. Despite the grim reality, there are glimmers of hope. Efforts towards peace are being made, with initiatives aimed at community rehabilitation and social development. The debate around drug decriminalization is gaining traction, challenging the traditional approach to drug policy. The drug war in Rio is far from over, but the city continues to hope for a future free from its grasp. The drug war in Rio de Janeiro is a complex and multifaceted issue. But what are the key takeaways from our discussion? Diving back, we started with the birth of the drug war, a conflict deeply rooted in socioeconomic disparities and political instability. The escalation of this war has been harrowing, with repercussions echoing beyond the city's vibrant streets, impacting Rio's international image and the daily lives of its residents. The current state of the drug war presents a grim picture, yet it also reveals glimmers of potential solutions. Community-led initiatives, policy reforms, and international cooperation could be the keys to mitigating the crisis. The story of Rio is not just about the drug war. It's about a city caught in the crossfire yet refusing to surrender to despair. As we navigate the intricacies of the drug war in Rio, one thing remains clear: the city's resilience and hope for a brighter, safer future.